All right, what's going on, guys? So, I want to talk to you guys about how to tap into unlimited motivation. All right, because you guys all have the potential to be unlimitedly, I don't even know if that's a word, unlimited motivation. You guys all have that inside of you. But sometimes it takes you going through some type of situation for it to come out of you. So, the first one is heartbreak. If you ever get your heart broken, now is not the time to cry. Now is not the time to sit around and do nothing. You have all this pain inside you, and it's time to project and transmute that pain into something else to where you can create something great. You need to use that pain to motivate you to get better. Because when you are in pain, you need to use that pain as motivation to get out of that situation. So if your girl broke up with you, she didn't break up with you because you were the best version of yourself. She broke up with you because there was something about you that was missing. Whether it was you weren't a good lover, your conversation skills weren't good, you were insecure, you had trust issues, you were broke, you smelled like shit, whatever the reason was, she left you for one of those reasons. Or maybe it was two of those reasons, or three, or even four. But the point is, you need to use that and say, okay, you didn't think I was good enough. So let me use this because you got to take some accountability. When you get your heart broken, you cannot put all the blame on her. That's what losers do. What you need to do is take some accountability and try and look back and say, okay, sit back, analyze the situation, and say, what did I do wrong? If you were musty, buy yourself some deodorant. Use that to build yourself up as a man. If you were broke, go out there and start hustling. Start grinding. Get on your grind. Get serious about your money. Use that as motivation. Oh, she thought I was broke? All right, bet. Let me show her. You can use that as motivation. And it doesn't even have to be to show her. That loss could have showed you a part of you that was on your blind side. You weren't even noticing that part of you was lacking. But now that you see it, you say, let me use that as motivation to build myself up. I don't ever want to feel like that again. I don't ever want to feel like I'm broke. So let me put my bag as a priority. Let me focus on that for a couple months. Let me put everything else to the side and let me focus on that for a couple months. I don't got to worry about no female. I don't got to worry about partying. I don't got to worry about clothes, cars, none of that. I'm going to put my number one priority as the bag. So use that as unlimited motivation. Tap into it and use it to create something great. Next, haters, doubters. Okay? If people are hating on you, if people are doubting you, don't use that and say, damn, they're right. No, say they're wrong and I'm going to prove them wrong. I'm going to show them why they're wrong. Okay? Use that as motivation. You got people hating on you, you're doing something right. So keep doing it and use their negative energy to fuel you. Use it to push you even further. All right? Seeing people winning. This is my next point. Seeing people winning. This should give you all the motivation you need when you're driving and you're driving your shitbox and you see a Ferrari pass you by. You see a Lamborghini pass you by. You see a Rolls Royce. You see a Porsche. All these cars. You got to think to yourself, that person is driving that car. I'm driving this car. What did we do differently for this person to deserve that quality of life versus me? What am I doing that I'm driving this and I'm not driving that? What am I doing What do I need to change in order for me to get there? So you have to use that as motivation. Don't compare yourself and let it get you depressed. Compare yourself and say, all right, they're up here, I'm down here. I got some work to do. If they're driving it, that means that it's possible. So that should motivate me because I see them doing it. So that means I can do it. It doesn't have to be a crabs in the barrel mentality where you think if they're winning, I can't win. So I'm going to hate on them. No. Use that as motivation because success is created. Success is created, which means there's unlimited success to be tapped into. So if they're driving that car, that should be motivation. That should be a sign that it's possible. It's not some far-fetched idea. If they're doing it, it's possible. So use it as motivation. Next, hard circumstances. When you're struggling, when you're going through it, when you have nights that you're going to sleep and your stomach is touching your back and you're hungry, but you can't afford food, all you can eat is ramen noodles, you should use that as motivation to tell yourself, I never want to feel like this again. Because there's someone out there right now that is spending the money that I am spending for my whole year. They're probably spending it in one day to eat. They're probably going out to fancy restaurants. Meanwhile, you're here in your room with your stomach touching your back, eating only ramen noodles. Why? Because you haven't been taking life seriously. Because wherever you're at is because of you. So you have no one else to blame, but you should use that and say, I never want to feel like this again. I've seen what rock bottom feels like, and I don't want to feel that ever again. So guess what? I'm going to use that as motivation to separate myself as far as possible. Because here is this feeling of going to sleep hungry, going to sleep with no food, right? And I never want to feel like that again. So let me create a gap in between myself. Now I have all the motivation I need. I've seen the bottom, and I never want to feel that again. So every day I'm going to work on bettering my situation. Every day I'm going to work on getting as far away as possible from that situation. Improve my quality of life. Alright guys, I hope you guys found this video useful. Like the video, comment down below, and subscribe.